Josh, and it's going to be Appleton to break first. Bit too thin.
It must be pretty special that every now and then you can remind yourself, I'm a World Cup winner.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the World Cup's been missing for a couple of seasons, 2 or 3 seasons. Element of pool and Scotch pool where, yeah, Christopher Francis was an opponent, and we had a bit of a fairy tale run. We weren't even in the event.
Open champion, a Mosconi Cup winner now. And just applying the finishing touches to a 9-1 win, Labuus.
On paper, got off to a good start. When you get an opportunity like he's got, you got to take him. I tell you what's unusual, what I've just noticed.
Over 30 degrees in this corner of England today.
Yeah, a lot of the players wear a glove, so Q won't really be sticking to that hand.
So Darren Appleton broke dry, almost fluked the one ball, but left it over a corner pocket. And Joshua Ferrer against Chris the rest. Meanwhile, back on the main table, Joshua Ferrer breaking dry. So
I'm going to go for
2010, beating Corey Jewell in the final. Won it again the next year.
Or send the one off 2 rails. He's playing the 1 ball. Yeah, okay. Cue ball, if that's touching the brown 7. Good hit. Cluster down here as a blocker as well. Yeah, just like so.
Last 4.
Yeah, I remember that as well. Stands out vividly. Well, might be 50 years of age. He's trying to go the route where he feels like he's got more of a chance of getting away with it, and this has come up really square on him. Clever shot. There was a lot going.
Joshua Ferrer, much the younger of the two, will definitely be 30 play well to beat him. Evo, a couple of months back, and put up a good title defence again, got to the semi-finals and was playing really well. Late 2018 for the world success, and then triumphed in Las Vegas the following spring. Leaping around the arena after.
Yeah, trying to create that bit more. It wasn't like a natural,
and it wasn't.
Got quite a lot.
But this is. And Joshua Ferrer, despite the dry break, takes that period of time. How much prize money has he won? As we see another dry break.
Have to do that. If you don't, it's actually a foul, and believe it or not, we have seen it a few times.
It was 1 year alone where he was well over 300,000.
Good shot, this. That is the thing with Ferrer, though, isn't it? He doesn't really have a bad season, does he? He's always somewhere. Needs to hit a rail.
That great run of the Worlds last year.
So
now we're using a different type of balls here, starting with this tournament and going big mistake. He had potted the 1 ball, looked around, thought he couldn't see the 2 ball anywhere, so powered the 3 into a side pocket and was getting down to play the next.
I mean, listen, when you're bringing out a new set of balls, and
yeah, and if you're going to make that mistake, best to make it in the first rack of a match.
You're doing a bit of filming.
You're probably going to win anyway.
I've been walking around and stopping, talking to a few of the players of.
Events have been
played
here. Most recently, the World Masters 3 years ago.
Put a quick one in there. You could see his back arm. He come back. He was like. So Appleton on the new look 9 ball.
Sports absolutely thumps in this venue, which was a first.
Is it something to do with hosting? Like, did it host the first ever World Snooker or something like that?
No, No, we'll catch him on that pretty soon.
Well, he's trusting the table, and the table fitters have done a wonderful job. It's always a bit of a scare. This was like a big figure in the 9-ball word then. That?
I could give you 50 guesses and you wouldn't get it right because it was in Switzerland.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, always going to be difficult to get back down for the 3, so Ferrer was all about going to run over towards the pink with the cue ball, bumping the 3 up. Still using that purple. Ferrer will be thinking about the brown 7. Can't really fault him, just make sure you hit the ball, give it a bit of a heave-ho and see where it lands. Ferrer, 26 years of age, 27 as well, and he's ended up going on to lose.
Do you think sometimes it almost comes a little too easy to him and he just switches off a little bit, and maybe that's what he needs to take for the house?
Yeah, spending all them dollars there, so he's going to have to try and get on this 5-ball right.
In the next round.
Hit it, now hooked himself. There, use the 8 as a blocker and both balls will fly up top of the table like so.
You can see it on table 8. No.
Yeah, he didn't hit the cue ball how he wanted, but he'll be happy with the end result.
We'll shoot a speedy recovery.
This needs to go. It looks light of pace. You can see the plan. Trying to squeeze. Obvious 2 from both guys. He's happy with this. You could tell as soon as he hit it, Michael, he was up, he was off, he was going back to the chair. After contact, a ball must hit a rail.
Like he was in to finish it off at 9-1 against Ali Asghar Merchant, but missed the 3-ball. So that one's still going.
Escape from Daz. Again, after contact, ball must hit rail. Yeah, you see how the green 6 just flicked the cushion off. 2 great players like this going at each other. You're going to see a few more trades, aren't you? Now, we might see some action. Well, he's not played it hard enough for the pot and he's fouled.
Does he have that level yet,
Carl? The balls up. Yeah, I think he can break through. I think he just needs that. You know, when we get to the 1-2-8, 64-32, he just needs. And I want it to be a close match as well. It's all right winning ugly, 9-1, 9-2. I always felt like that was good in the first round. You know, some of the players have breezed through round 1, no problem. This sets the winner of this match up nicely for the rest of the week.
So it all got a bit tactical, but nonetheless absorbing. Saying he's just back from a holiday in Florida and the Bahamas, so well rested after the end of the snooker season. And full stats, Carl, not the good run in the UK Open. Food stats as well. Meanwhile, the 3-ball over there, side pocket. You could have come to the Indian, Carl. We did let you know, but he decided to hit in front and have his biggest lead yet. He was so dominant in winning that European Open right at the start of 2025. But when it really came to it, he was the best player that week. It was his fellow German, Moritz Neuhausen, who got MVP on his debut.
Going to start blaming the ball for the cloth and the heat.
Immediately preceded us.
And this flashing light.
I hadn't even noticed that till you mentioned it. What we have noticed, though, well, we didn't actually see a shot played there, did we? But back here, Ferrer maybe managed to get on top of that break now. He's made the one on the side.
Bank or a pot. Yeah, so it's the bank, and it's gone a bit high. If you cash your minds, but got to cue this with a bit of power and a bit of left. Yeah, he had to spin the cue ball over, and it's just.
Solsai has buried that 3-ball. It was a really good shot, actually. And now he's got to get that wonderful 3-ball. He just slightly overran the cue ball, which made it harder to get from the 4 to the 5. So
Phil's got him.
Jeremy Sosa has been talked about as someone who could break into the US Mosconi Cup team potentially this year. And if he does, he may look back on the way he's turned this one around. He was well behind in this match. Sosa, he looked a beaten man about 3/4 of an hour ago. Wilson goes to the loser's side and will play James Oyengoran.
Yeah, and the fact that Wilson has gone over to the losers on the left side of the draw, down to a single elimination 1-8, so makes a big difference. That.
He certainly looked at this and thought, okay, Fuller's a big favourite to win the match, but Appleton, he may, yes, but it's not going that way at the moment because something very unexpected happens.
Glimpse of the level of what you've got to play at.
He's pretty good at coming from behind as well, as Appleton found at the World Championship 4 years ago. He was 10-8 up.
Probably choose to pump this in and come off left with left spin. Bit of noise from somewhere.
That's finished. No idea who's playing in it.
I think it's the table right below because I can see all like high fives and handshakes.
Just looking at some of the other things going on, Lucas Fracasso Werner is going to be next up on the aforementioned table 8. 3-0 down against Clemens Eber, Germany.
This is Phillip in his stride. There isn't a single Phillip player had this done to him. He's done this to everybody.
In the match, but he's certainly in full flow now. It's going to be another quick rack. But he hasn't won a rack since then. Long ago. And Filler well out in front now. 6 racks to 1 he leads. Oh, Sum, former World Masters finalist. 5-3 up on Damien Massey. Let's get our focus back to this one.
Other than the missed 7 ball, Michael, this has been a clinic again. Cue ball may travel some. Always try to just drop it in. And try and bounce a little cross. Yeah, wasn't happy.
Loves having a stage filler, loves being on the main table, playing in front of cameras. And a magnificent all-round game he's built over the years. We're seeing all aspects of that today. And he is just so dominant in this match right now. 5 in a row for the German.
He's played great as well.
Oh, hang on. Oh. I've not seen a golden break yet today, Carlos.
So he's on this lighter blue too. You're playing sort of them top 16 ranked players. Oh, he's hit this lovely, really good hit, but you don't get rewarded. That's the other problem with the game. Safeties, and obviously he missed that long 2 ball trying to spin it in, and Tiston Ghost is.
Yeah, so he is due to be next up on this table against Khalid Al-Ghamdi, but scheduled till 5, so he won't actually face loss of any racks until we get to that time.
Got to the airport pretty sharpish and jumped on the flight.
That's Joshua Filler who's flying here. We often see him do this in forward finish of the 8 and 9 as you could ever see, and so it's going to be half a dozen racks in a row against the former world and US Open champion. Joshua Filler gets to the hill, look out for. He leads. I like the look of both of them, the way they play the game. Right, back here, Joshua Filler just looking for one more. He's got the one on the side.
Rounds here on day 1.
opponent on the one-loss side will be the loser of the match between Nigel Smith and Wallace Meow. Get your cat jokes ready, Carl. Except to say that Joshua Filler will be feline good. Well, I always say in any sport, Joshua Filler played well. So if this is in any way setting the tone for how he's going to perform, he could become the first ever multiple UK Open winner, because this has been... There's very little Darren Appleton could do about it. A frustrating day for the British veteran. Joshua Filler has rounded